Chugging Along. I'm Tim.
And I'm Sam.
So it's been over 2 months since we've posted our last video because on the 24th of September 2022 we got married.
We want to say a massive thank you to all you lovely Chug subscribers for all the lovely well wishes and messages that you sent us. We had such a wonderful day with friends and family, and on the day we even had a wonderful barbecue, and we had a magician called Ifty who went around showing everyone lots of close-up tricks, and we even surprised everyone with our delicious donut wedding cake.
We're still going to continue narrowboat life as a married couple, but we are now quite settled in our marina spot where we are then just going to take trips out as we please. We still need to do the Regent's Canal in London, and also nearby we've got the Grand Union Canal's Slough Arm, which has recently just been dredged. So there's still a couple more trips that we want to do.
Tim quite likes the idea of travelling from Brentford to Limehouse, which will see us taking Marielle under Tower Bridge. I'm a little bit more worried about that, but what do you guys think? Should we do it? Let us know in the comment section below. Among
many of the amazing wedding gifts, handmade, we show Rosie and Jim dolls. Look at these. It was always our goal to be the next Rosie and Jim. And yeah, these are amazing. They're handmade. And yeah, we just want to say thank you, Trish, so much.
Thank you so much, Trish.
They're amazing.
Yeah. After our special day, we went on our honeymoon. And of course, we wanted to include some canals in there. So we went to Waterway Heaven, the Netherlands. And we didn't even have to fly. We got there by Eurostar.
We started at St Pancras Station, where we still had some leftover donuts from our wedding cake to eat.
And we saw St Pancras Cruising Club as we were going over the Regent's Canal.
We travelled via Brussels, a city which really could have passed as England with its rustic terrace houses next to the railway.
After 4 pleasant hours, we pulled into Amsterdam Central, excited to explore this country. We went to 5 cities in 8 days.
We of course started exploring the capital, and we quickly found out that the Dutch have their own sausage rolls that I hate to say are more flavourful than our own.
Our hotel was near the Heineken brewery and these beautiful houseboats. And of course, we saw some Dutch barges in their natural habitat too.
We didn't see any narrowboats, but this was pretty close.
There's even a rubber duck shop. Here's a bath time version of Chuggles.
There are so many different boat tours you can do in Amsterdam, but we decided to do the classic. This captain was dressed like he was about to fly a plane rather than cruise a canal boat.
Rechts ziet u de basiliek van de heilige Nicolaas, ofwel
eines bekannten Hongkonger Restaurants mit dem Namen Narrowboaters Europas bezeichnet. Sur la gauche, vous pouvez voir le bâtiment assez particulier.
Here's another option for a tour. The smoke boat. We never realised people were that passionate about cigarettes. Unsurprisingly, this boat was going a lot slower than us, and we overtook it with ease.
This is a replica of a famous Dutch ship, which is on the big body of water at Amsterdam's waterfront. But it wasn't long until we turned onto the canal system and the River Amstel.
There are many comparisons to be made to our canal system, the lift bridges, the traffic lights, but in the Netherlands the canals aren't hidden away like they are in most British cities.
It then started to rain as we concluded the tour. It was a good way to spend an hour and definitely worth €13 per head.
After Amsterdam we then got the train to Utrecht, which we'd heard great things about. We'd seen videos about the restoration they had done to their central canal ring, pulling out a motorway in the process. True progress.
The whole city felt affluent and more livable than Amsterdam. They even had a shopping centre above the canal, where through a glass floor you could see boats cruising below.
We enjoyed the narrow streets and beautiful buildings. Sadly, the famous Dom Tower was in scaffolding, but we did see our second favourite house here, this little white terraced one.
This is bin collection day in Utrecht, by boat.
And this is how the canal side bars get their beer delivered. Amazing to see canals being used like this.
Tim saw the pedal boats and was extremely excited to explore the city's canals, but sadly, the rental shop wasn't open. Luckily, the kayak rental shop was. However, Tim was sceptical.
Oh, okay. Cool, thank you very much. So this way and first left, thank you. I was willing to give kayaking another go, but it's just one of those things for me. It doesn't matter how many times I do it, there is just something about it I hate. It's probably because I have noodle arms and tree trunk legs, but there's just something so much more relaxing and fun about a pedalo. Which one do you prefer? Comment below.
We did cover a lot of water though, completing the 2 central canals and a good bit of the outer ring. The canal is so well integrated into the city, and it was one of my favourite memories of the trip. Here's a canal side cafe which boaters can use, and it's called Tim.
But we didn't have time to stop there, sadly. My arms actually still hurt from trying to avoid that 15 minutes late fee. Oh, and of course my jeans were soaked afterwards because of my awful technique.
We loved all the bicycles in Utrecht. It's even better for cycling than Amsterdam. This was the busiest junction we saw. It's like a green version of the traffic in Vietnam.
And this is how the locals enjoy a Friday night, rollerblading through the city. Would love to try this.
We were thinking, how could anywhere beat Utrecht? But it was time to move on to Den Haag, which was an hour away by train. We passed through the city of Gouda, of cheese fame.
Gouda.
We didn't have any expectations for Den Haag, but it's fair to say it's a really nice place. It has an international feel with a lot of consulates, and it's got the International Court of Justice.
We stayed in the Easy Hotel, which has its own bicycle rental, and we made it down to the beach, which was really cool. The pier had a long indoor section. We saw someone bungee jump, and then a beautiful rainbow appeared.
Remember the sausage rolls in Amsterdam? Well, you never guess what. The Dutch even do an amazing fish and chips. Had we even left Blighty?
A day out to the seaside is never complete without a trip to the arcade. I was banging drums, and Tim was shooting hoops.
Den Haag is close to Rotterdam. It's actually on the Rotterdam Metro, but we decided to travel there in a slightly different way. We went on one of these app-based e-bikes.
They are allowed in the segregated cycle lanes, and they gave us 2 helmets. We then followed a canal practically the whole way.
It was a really smooth, relaxing and quiet ride. After 45 minutes we stopped halfway in the city of Delft, where we bought a windmill Christmas decoration as our honeymoon souvenir.
We then kept following the canal, saw a windmill, a woman taking a horse for a walk, and the next thing we knew, we were in Rotterdam city centre.
Rotterdam has really interesting architecture, including the new central station and these yellow cube houses, which is now our dream house. There's even a show home which you can go inside for €3. It's definitely worth doing. Apparently to buy one of these homes costs around €500,000, which is surprisingly low considering its city centre location. There will always be tourists on your doorstep though. We went to this indoor food market, which is near the yellow houses. We then had to get a cone of chips. We both like mayonnaise, but these chips needed a lifeguard, drowning in the stuff.
Rotterdam is a port city and there are loads of boats. It felt completely different to the other cities we visited. We ended our trip on Rotterdam waterfront. We loved these water taxis.
Then our honeymoon was over and we were back on the Eurostar to London.
So thank you very much for watching our honeymoon diaries, and in our next video we'll be showing you our narrowboat versus tube race from Alberton to the Grand Junction Arms in Harlesden.
So thank you very much for watching this video all the way to the end, and from Mr. and Mrs. Biglow, you've got to keep chugging!